Hey, how's it going? Today I will be showing you how to get this neat little wiggly effect in your 3D animation. You can call it drag or secondary action or overlapping action, whatever you want to call it. It's a really simple, easy technique that I use all the time, and yeah, it's much more straightforward than you think. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete, well, first of all, show my curves so we can actually animate something. I'm using the Lily character, by the way, who is the main character, or one of the main characters, from the most recent fourth year film, which should be releasing later this month, hopefully, if we can get it done in time. And I'm just going to make sure that everything is zeroed out. By the way, this is not a full guide on how to use Maya. I assume you know a little bit. It's just a little bit of a trick that I use. To get started, I'm going to select all of my hair controllers, find my first most extreme pose that all of the hair will be rotated at. So I'd say about there. That might be a little bit extreme, but whatever. Then I'll pick an arbitrary number, let's say 8, and that will be its extreme low pose. And then I will, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know why I just counted that. I could just go to frame 16. I just want to make sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, it's actually 7 frames. I want to make sure it's the same. So 7 frames down, 7 frames up. And it should repeat, which means we got something like this. Now, I don't know about you, but that looks like doo-doo. I'm not too happy with that. Luckily, we can very easily make it look a lot better. And the way I'm going to do that is by offsetting the timing by 1 frame for each hair section. And I'll show you what that means in more detail in just a second. So I'm going to start by deselecting the closest controller to the root of the force of action. I'm just going to extend this a little bit so we can get where we're working at. So now I have everything selected except for the base of the animation, I guess, the base root, if that makes any sense. I'm going to select them all and move them forward in time by 1 frame. Then I'm going to select everything except the first 2, I've just by deselecting that one, and I'm going to push that forward in time as well. Oops. Same thing, so on and so forth. So what I'm basically doing is saying, hey, this curve here is the driving action, and everything else will lag behind by 1 frame. So this will lag behind 1 frame of this one. This will lag behind 1 frame of this one. And I think I got them all. I'm distracted. Hold on. That starts at frame 5. That's straight. Yeah, okay. So now you should start to see that even though this section of the hair is all the way at the bottom, this section of the hair still has time to catch up. And while this starts moving down, this is still moving up, and you get this really nice effect. And I'll be able to demonstrate it a little better if I go into the graph editor. For those of you who don't know, I have infinity turned on, which is right here, view infinity, and I'm just going to, hold on, I'm just going to make sure all of my hair is selected, obviously. And what this basically does is just plays the animation for infinity. So right now it's not playing infinity. I'm just going to go curves, pre-infinity, cycle, curves, post-infinity, cycle. Alright, now we should get a little bit better of an idea of what we just did. Oh my gosh. Please save your file. Thank you. And there you have it. That's pretty much it. That took maybe 5 minutes of a cruddy little tween down, tween up, and then just a few frame shifts here and there, and now you have something like that. I'll show you one more example, probably a more practical example that I would use in a more day-to-day workplace environment? I don't know. So let's say I've got this hand, and she's got her hand up here. Maybe she was doing a karate chop. She was eating a sandwich or something. This will be my first pose, and then I want her hand to drop down. But a real arm doesn't like just go bam all at once. It kind of flops down. It's literally dead weight. So let's see. Frame 8. It's going to overshoot a little bit, and then it's going to overshoot just a little bit more, and then till it finally settles into its final position. So let's see how that looks. Okay, maybe it could be a little bit slower on that first frame, or on that first drop. By the way, it's very important to make silly noises when you animate. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same principle. By the way, I should mention, this is not the trick. This looks like crap. Oops. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Deselect the root of the animation, or the driving force, I guess, and we're going to move everything by 2 frames. I'm going to say 2 frames this time. You can play around with it, obviously. Oops. Deselect the next part so that the elbow is lagging a little bit behind the arm. Deselect the hand so that it's moving a little bit slower than the elbow. And then, if I'm not wrong, yeah, you get this really nice, really natural effect. Yeah, and it's awesome. It's worth noting that if you don't already understand how to do this type of thing in traditional animation, I would not recommend using this method. This method is basically only for very simple little things. Most of the time, to be honest, I'll end up doing it manually anyways. But if I need a really quick and dirty way to just get something done, this is an awesome technique to have in your back pocket. So I think that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and stay safe. All right, bye-bye.